you laugh? Felix, were you laughing?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What?
Because me and Will were laughing. It was like when you see Blazing Saddles as an adult.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
You're forced laughing for the first 10 minutes, and you're like, "Oh, it's not funny. I'm doing it because I
wasn't laughing at one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I wasn't laughing when Joe Biden said we need the machines 7 times in a row. Like I wasn't laughing during any of it.
Palestine Joe was funny. That was very good. Black Jobs was funny. There's a couple good ones. But like for the most part, we didn't get low energy.
Like that's fucking done. Like the era of Trump having like a quotable. I know that's like a big thing now. Everyone loves like their Zin and their this sort of like new style of tweet decking where everyone pretends Trump also isn't incredibly degenerated. But that was a secondary takeaway for me. Joe Biden performed. I have never seen a worse performance from an American public figure. It is not only bad, it was alarming. It was, they should deport everyone who works for him. But Trump, I kept waiting for like a decisive knockout punch, like a moment we would remember forever. His own version of "There You Go Again" or whatever the fuck, because he was so open for it, and he just never did it. He never did it. All he did was like say, "I'm not fat. I'll do it."
No, I think legit he felt bad for Biden. I think Trump was being a nice guy about it. Honestly, I think Biden was doing such a bad job. Even Donald Trump couldn't shoot him in the head. That's how sad.
I don't think.
I said to Will, I was like, "This guy is party to a genocide right now, right?" And we still feel bad for him. That's how bad of a job he's doing. He has blood on his hands. And we're like, "Oh, come on. Like, just smile. Smile, sweetie. Just smile a little bit. People love those pearly whites."
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it's pathetic to the point that you like forget that he specifically volunteered to do this and repeatedly insisted on doing this. And not just running for president, but doing it again, running for re-election after he said he wouldn't do it. It's so pathetic that you forget this is so singularly his fault. It is horrifying to the point that you almost absolve him of responsibility just through pure emotion.
Mm-hmm. Felix, you said to me once, you were like, the most boring thing is the thing that always happens, right? It was like during the first time Biden ran, and you're like, yeah, Biden's going to win. It's the most boring thing. There's no boring thing anymore. That's I think what's alarming to me right now.
But there kind of is. Because no matter what happens, it's already happened. We've already fucking seen it. And whatever will come is a diminished form of the thing that already happened. So, I mean, the most boring thing still holds, even in a complete historic decline.
Felix, to your point about how this is uniquely of Joe Biden's making, Joe Biden and the people around him, yes, in insisting that he continue to run for president. And up until now, just completely brushing off any question of replacing him on the ticket or with anyone. And then not only that, but for the last couple months, issuing and other media surrogates issuing statements about, hey, these deceptively edited clips of Joe Biden that make it seem like he is, in severely in decline or in a state of dotage. These are all deceptively edited. And, I know from people who have been in meetings with Joe Biden behind closed doors, he's smart as a whip. He's doing push-ups. His command of the issues and statistics is par none. He's probably the smartest, most mentally acute guy who's ever been in the White House. And this is what they've all been saying. But not only that, but the fact that it was the Democratic Party, it was his campaign that wanted to have these debates in June rather than October. They wanted to have them in the summer, right after Trump's conviction, to define him to the voting public going into the summer and then the fall. And not only that, they let CNN do it in prime time at 9 p.m. Oh man, was that a mistake? Oh man, was that a mistake?
Maybe they thought that people would forget because it's so far ahead that they're by November people are going to be like, "Oh, that's old."
Well, I mean, that's what they're saying now. But if they're all saying, well, the debate doesn't matter. Well, then why do they insist on having it? And if Biden had won that debate, they would be using it to define Trump. They'd be like, he's a liar, he's a crook. All Joe Biden had to do in this debate was show up and look alive. and he failed to do that. And the thing that struck me from like the first minute or two of the debate is that, like, in a split screen where you're seeing both of their faces, when Trump was talking, Joe Biden's eyes were cast down and his mouth was totally slack. I mean, and like he looked like a skull, like his skin was so wan. And it was just like the visual contrast between the two of them, which is what most people picked up on before turning off, was so starkly awful for Biden that when it was over and they cut to the CNN panel, they were looking like they all just got like a cancer diagnosis. And like none of them could say with a straight face that like that was anything other than an unmitigated disaster for Biden. And they were all saying their phones are blowing up with like all my friends who are Democrats or high level Democratic officials. They're in panic mode right now, and they're talking about replacing him on the ticket.
Van Jones looked like he was in the last scene of Old Yeller.
I just like think about how for the last, let's say, 4 years they have said, oh, in private he really has his shit together, he's really coherent, he's very lucid. Okay, they knowingly marched him into the debate that was on prime time. They won the coin toss and had him go first for some reason. Just many choices I'll never understand. But like, okay, they knew he was in this state, right? Think about what they have seen when Joe Biden isn't on, medicinal speedballs or whatever. Think about the horrifying things they know about that they have seen that we do not know about. And they still went ahead with this. They still insisted on this. What I don't think we're not going to fully, unless Biden loses, and then we'll probably find out pretty soon. We probably won't know for a few years the extent of his dementia or his senility or anything. But like, it's however bad it is in public on primetime with preparation, it's a million times worse in private.
It's stunning.